5 minutes before the stream begins. Everybody get your snacks and your drinks, because I really think this update's gonna be big, man. I hope it is. This update has to fucking bang, bro. It has to, dude. Like I said, what I want to see, I want to see crossplay with King of the Hill get announced here. I want to see, even if they don't do it for this patch, at least talk about it. Talk about the fact that you guys want to bring it. Because don't get me wrong, regular crossplay is fine, but you know, when you got a group of friends that you want to just like bang it out, you can't do it unless like you just back out another person. You see, your friends can't watch you guys play. I think King of the Hill crossplay should be announced here. Also, I want to see more than just Scorpion, Rain, and Reptile get abilities. I want to see multiple characters get abilities. Obviously, they already talked about Shujinko getting extra goodies too, so I think that we'll get something from him. So we might get like maybe 1 or 2 other cameos besides Shujinko getting updated abilities. Who else would I like to see? What else would I like to see? I want to see them talk about the invasion mode, and they're probably not going to show any of the skins, obviously, because they don't do that in any of the combat casts, but I want to see this combat skin. This season has to be a banger, bro, because last season was horrible. Like, all the skins were really bad for Melina, from the Melina's season, and I think that it was kind of horrible that they did that for Melina's season. Like, if they weren't gonna try with Melina's season, they should have just put Havoc and just say we're switching out to Havoc due to like Melina's season not being done. I feel like if they would have kept it like that, then it would have been that would have been the better move. But like I said, like most of the people, like every other content creator on the platform, like I watched, they said it was like a drag to do it. Like I was watching a video yesterday from Dynasty, and he was saying that yeah, he waited till the last minute. Now he's trying to grind out the the season for season of Melina, of the Huntress, season of the Huntress. So I totally get it, bro. I hated last season. It wasn't good. So but I did mine in the beginning of the season. I didn't waste any time. I went directly into the season and just did it there because I didn't want to waste my time. All right, we got 2 minutes left. What would you guys like to see if what characters would you guys like to see if you had a choice of which characters get new abilities or even new combat strings? Me personally, I want to see Scorpion get a low mix-up or a high mix-up. I mean, a high mix-up, overhead mix-up. That's my thing. I would love to see that because I want to play Scorpion so bad, but I just don't like his kit right now. Like I think like he needs some help. But who was another character that I would see? I would like to see Kung Lao get something else. Cause I love Kung Lao, but I want like I really wish he had his spin back, or at least like change the buzzsaw so it'll keep him in the air, kind of like how Mortal Kombat 9 was, where you would throw a buzzsaw at somebody in the air and they'll sit there for a second longer and you could just keep comboing. Dude, I was really hoping they would have did that with the buzzsaw, but they didn't do it, unfortunately. Like that's the one thing I would really like to see make a comeback, or maybe make it so you have to enhance the ability to do it. Like that would be cool. Like you could kind of do it with Scorpion. Like if you enhance the hat and then do Scorpion, the cameo Scorpion, then pop up in the air. Like you could kind of do it that way. But I don't know. Like I would love to see a different version of it. You know what I mean? Or even give him a roll attack. Give him a roll attack that pops the opponent in the air or something that's a low. I don't know. Something cool. But like I said, I think there's gonna be more than the three characters that got announced to have special abilities from Stephanie. Got 20 seconds left. Obviously, they're gonna start off with the Ermac trailer again, like they always do. They always start with the trailer for the character. All right, here we go. Let me see. Make sure the volume's good for the combat cast.
The combat cast starts now.
Okay, I think it sounds good.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Combat Cast, a very exciting Combat Cast. So we are going to show Ermac today. Ermac has been one of my favorite characters in Mortal Kombat forever.
He was like your first. He was your first.
He was my first main.
Yeah,
He was your first main when I met you.
Yeah.
So very excited to show Ermac. I will be doing it today, which is fun.
Oh.
So there will be some mess ups, and I'll get some hell
Can't
online
wait.
from
Let's
that.
count them out together.
Is it me? Okay.
That's all we
I
play
was gonna
for
say it
Ermac
sounds
today.
like super low.
Very excited. Before we get started, though, I'm
make sure
Tyler
this
Lansdowne,
sounds-
one of the community managers here at NetherRealm Studios.
I'm Derek Kurtzik, one of the designers here at NetherRealm Studios.
Stephanie Brombeck, QA lead.
At NetherRealm Studios.
Everyone
Okay, that sounds
knows
a lot
that.
better.
She doesn't do that. That's become a
I
bit.
know.
It's become a bit now. So here's the deal. Before we get started on showing Ermac and talking about some of the stuff that's happening with this update. Let's show the Ermac trailer one more time for those of you who have not
I'm
seen
down to watch it
Boom.
again. It was such a good trailer.
You have shamed the souls of your ancestors.
I love Ermac's voice.
Which of my ungrateful kin are within you? Fight.
I think I'm gonna switch this screen to the other one. It's so easy for you guys to see.
You might be many, but I am the one.
That's definitely
You
a
are not
Jet
even
Li
Earth
reference.
Realm's champion.
I can't wait to play on the body.
You've changed since we first met.
We believe for the better.
So good, dude. They fucking knocked their Ermac character out of the park this time. I was actually waiting for the music to like,
Finish him. Fatality. Ermac wins.
call that Deadly Alliance.
Flawless victory.
There it is. Incredible. Ermac got a lot of really good responses.
Lots of
Sounds
souls.
awkward.
Lots of souls.
I love that it's not your typical telekinesis as it's been.
No.
It's using the souls within him to help him fight, which I think is awesome.
Yeah. I like the really big monster. He's probably my favorite.
And let's not forget Movado. I'm really excited to have him back as a cameo.
I've really enjoyed the Movado Ermac team up. Movado, I think, we'll talk about it later, but a really fun new addition for what he can bring to the fight. I mean, he's really cool to play with.
I like how he has
fancy.
so many ambush
Fancy.
abilities.
Fancy.
That's like my
Really
favorite part.
But let's talk a little bit about what's coming up with this patch.
Sure.
Derek, let's talk about invasions and things like that.
Hi, DK
Alright, here we
here,
go.
talking about invasions. So, we've added in a few new types of encounters. A combo trial, where you have to defeat like a malfunctioning cyborg with a single combo, and also things that we're calling character trials, where we force you into a specific character and have you
beat up
use
robot?
their
It kinda
moves
reminds
to
me of
get
Street
through
Fighter,
the
it's like beat up car.
scenario we've put together for it. They're a lot of fun. There's a tough one out there, and I'm excited for when people actually get to beat it because it's hard. And also we've made more missions optional as well. We don't want people to get like stuck in their progression because of a survive mission might be hard or one thing or another. We really want to make sure that everybody's able to progress through these, and so we've made more missions optional for players.
Yeah, these are really fun. Like an example would be there's one where there's targets, and Kung Lao, you have to do the hat toss and then aim the hat to hit the
that's
target.
awesome.
Or you got to
goofy stuff
manipulate
like that.
sand with Garrus, or you've got to do special moves with Johnny Cage to
Yeah.
avoid things. So there's a wide range of them, and we hope you guys
That's
enjoy them.
interesting.
And we want to keep making more of them.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing these myself. I'm very busy, so I don't get to play the game as much as I used to back in the past, and I made time to play all these because I think they're very wacky and funny.
Yep.
Awesome. Anything else you want to add?
No, that's pretty much it. Well, I'm kidding.
No.
So, it's the season of the storms.
Okay.
Raiden
Sorry.
is our new invader, and I'll just leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. Of course, we'll have a new Titan battle and all our normal shenanigans, free character trials as well, in which we've removed the level requirement to get into the gateway. So as soon as there's a character trial, you can just go right in there and not wait to be level 5 to go into the gateway.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Cool. Excellent. A couple other things we want to talk about. King of the Hill is now crossplay.
Yes, that's
Now
what
you can play with
that's what
people
the
on
fuck
different
I'm talking
platforms.
about.
Yes, you can use your social invites
fucking
for
God,
for
bro.
crossplay or first party.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
that's, I know people have been asking for that. It's finally here. We're excited for you guys to get in and I know you do, a lot of people do their tournaments that way and things
Yep.
like
Yep.
that. So that'll be awesome. Glad that has made it to Mortal Kombat 1. Couple characters have received maybe some new moves.
Very
Oh,
exciting.
Scorpion might have a new string that's been added.
Thank God,
Here's
please be
one that I
old
think
men.
it'll be fun for a lot of people. Garrus, for the Garrus players, there's now a UI element at the bottom that shows how many times he's used his countdown. So you and the opponent will always know when he's at 3. So
Yep.
that's something people have been asking
That's
for. So we
good.
got that in there. Rain.
He's got a couple of new moves.
Rain has some new moves,
Wow.
which is neat. Reptile has a new long-range projectile. He can
Yeah,
use.
he's got like
Okay.
the MK2 classic spit that goes
How did that
full
go again?
swing.
That should have been up from the. That should have been there
You got
from
a
the
full new
jump.
move for him, and also his drop, you can now cancel out of.
Yeah, he
And
kind of flips back and goes
Ooh.
invisible.
You
Yeah,
can
it's really
fake
neat,
out of it.
kind of
That's
help you with
awesome.
mix-ups and things like that. One of the big ones, I think, which is going to excite people, is Shijinko.
Yes, he's been meditating and learning new techniques.
This whole time.
I don't really care for Jijinko
has
if I'm being
a lot
honest.
of new techniques that he has learned. We're now going to show you just a little tiny supercut of some of the new stuff that he can do.
Is that a thing of supercut?
I'm going to call it that.
Okay.
So we're going to show that real quick, show you some other things that he can do. Let's take a look.
Okay. Oh, that is sick, dude. I like that again when you fight against Lee. Okay.
There we go. A lot of neat.
I'll still
cool
not use
stuff.
them.
Got the Draco grab.
What
Yeah.
can't he do?
I think stealing Li Mei's lantern is
Yeah.
really fun.
You're going to find a lot of really neat things you can now do with Shijinko. Had to experiment with it because there's a lot of new stuff that'll be happening with this. It's a real big change to how he works as a cameo. So there's going to be a lot of time in the lab for those who want to learn Shijinko.
Yep.
Another thing, we just so you know, we are on TikTok. We've been doing TikTok for a while. People are maybe watching right now live on TikTok. Hello. We do have an AR filter on TikTok, which you can get to if you scan the QR code on our Twitter and Facebook and Threads, and it'll access that cool filter.
I don't know what any of the things you just said.
I
But
know.
it sounds great.
I feel like such a youth right now.
Such a youth. That's what they say.
That's what they do. It'll tell you what your cameo is on there, so you can use that and post it all around.
What do you think mine would be?
I'm gonna say, give it to Melina. I know. Well, so this has a lot of characters in it.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
It's
okay.
like it follows a lot of the characters in there.
Yeah, I'm confused. I'll ask my kid how to do it.
Yeah, do that.
Okay.
Do that. Another good thing coming up very soon in May, at the end of May, Combo Breaker is coming back, which we
Okay.
all
Love it.
a lot of us will be there.
Yep.
It's a really cool event. So if you want to play Mortal Kombat there, make sure you sign up at the Combo Breaker website. We're very excited about Combo Breaker. One of the
Always one of the coolest
Yeah.
tournaments of the year.
super
If
cool
only you guys can
events,
increase the
and
prize
we'd
pool
love
for
to
the
see you
pros.
there. Big shout outs to Rick, as always, just a good friend of the studio. Like just a,
Gotta love Rick.
I
Gotta love
think-
Combo Breaker.
To me, the easiest way to sell anyone on Combo Breaker.
Do you want to have fun?
Well, yes. One of the first things you see when you enter the venue, at least last year, was an Ultimate MK3 arcade cabinet.
Yes.
Like in the lobby. I
Right.
just entered and was like, all right, we're good.
I'm done.
So if you want to go to that, please do. It's a great time. We'd love to see you there. But I think we should probably hop on to what we're here for.
Ermac.
Ermac.
Okay.
Ermac.
Now Ermac in this game, I'm going to try to explain him. It's like we like to do. Ermac's a rushdown character in this game. He doesn't
I
have
love it.
the projectiles you're sort of used to. He still has a lot of the stuff you'll remember, your lifts you saw in the
Yep.
trailer, obviously. But he's more of a rushdown character, and it's not always low and high. He's more of a rushdown character that uses a series of really cancels he can use to keep the pressure going. So you're gonna
I like that.
We'll see what we can do.
I've
Get the
seen,
power
I've
begins.
seen you be very good at your desk.
That's how I played
Thank you.
Sonya
And that,
in
we'll
the
see if
last
that
game.
translates to now.
Right.
But yeah, so you can do, different sort of cancels and into hit confirm. Maybe sneak some throws in there. He plays a little differently than some of the past Ermacs, but those who've played Ermac before, everything you've always loved, he has for you.
Yeah, I
Okay.
do think he has pretty much all of the classic movie you expect: the push, the lift, the teleport. But a lot of them visually look different and have some neat functionality, like little spice to them.
One thing I really like about him too, and I think people will learn quickly, is that his combo freedom is pretty awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
There's a lot of different stuff you can do combo wise, and way to get into combos with Ermac, which is going to make people pretty excited.
But I also don't think he's going to be that hard to play. I think there's going to be a lot of options, and I think it'll require a little bit of execution, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah, I never find a lot of analysis paralysis while I'm playing him. If I don't want to do the harder stuff, I don't have to. But if it's there and I'm able to do it, I will. Like, I think a lot of different levels of player will enjoy Ermac.
So simple but with depth.
Yeah.
Okay.
I honestly feel like that's been a lot of our characters.
It has,
Yeah.
There's a lot of characters like you can just get the ground running and do the fun specials and do really cool stuff in combos, or you can dig in deeper and play longer and really get to the real deep stuff on the character.
Okay, so there's going to be obviously multiple
So-
ways to play him.
Now that we've talked about Ermac, let's see how he plays.
You're gonna do it.
All right, here we are, Ermac with the mask.
With the mask. 'Cause
Yeah.
The mask was pretty praised.
Yeah,
people
yeah.
like the mask.
And he has some of his gear is some of the
It's
coolest.
gnarly.
Yeah.
There's a helmet that I have been wearing exclusively.
I like the way he
More
walks.
about. His movement's awesome.
I love the like weird marionette way he walks back and forwards. I think
Yeah,
our
that's pretty
design
sick.
team and our animators have really nailed the kind of spooky mummy man,
on his
undead
knees
guy. Yeah.
For his cool throw, which we got the Movado throw, and then just
Very,
crumples
very
you.
painful.
Yeah, so let's talk about Ermac. One of his main strings that people are really going to enjoy. One of my favorites, kind of old school, one of those strings that ends in a grab at the end.
That's
Very
awesome.
reminiscent of like the Ultimate MK3 kind of lift,
Yeah.
except he throws him over, but that kind of hand gesture reminds me of it, which is a cool.
Probably easier to do.
Yeah.
And if you want to, you don't have you don't have to do the ending, and it's a knockdown.
But why wouldn't you lift?
Yeah, because it's
it's
too
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Do you,
Do you even lift, bro?
Remember that?
This is one of his main strings too that I love using. 2-1-2. Pop up.
Yep.
Okay.
It immediately goes into pop, and you can combo after that if you want to.
That's a good combo.
Super cool. Like
Especially if
you know, one of those-
depending
one
on
of
how
those
fast it
moves
is,
I
it might be a
really enjoy
great
because
punish.
it takes a lot of the onus off of you. It's a pop-up combo. You get way up in the air and you can do stuff.
And I think you'll see that he has a lot of really cool air combos and air enders and stuff
He
like
has
that.
some some of the most air moves in the game, I would say.
Really? That's
because
interesting.
he's Ermac.
Oh, there we are. There we
Love
are.
it. Love it.
This move, he kicks you and then
Just a burst of souls.
and it, you know, for a string does a good amount of damage. This can be canceled out with some stuff that we will show later, so we're gonna hold off on that a little bit.
You're working up to it.
We're gonna work up to it. His Torch 4 is really neat. This is this knee, and then Torch 4-3 is just, it knocks them away.
Sounds like a
This is
double
another
knee.
move that on the outset looks just like a kind of a jumping knee.
Right.
A lot more is going to come from that later. We will get back to that as
Yeah,
well.
you'll notice he's airborne.
Gotta stop
Yes.
teasing, man.
Keep that
Stop
in mind,
teasing.
yes. It knocks them into the air, and it knocks them into the air. And what you're stating, Ermac's
He
in
is
the air.
airborne, yes.
Yes. 4-2-2 is an overhead. So, like we said earlier, it's not a lot of overhead lows with Ermac. This is one thing you kind of throw out and fish, and knock them down, knock them away, or just throw the overhead out and cancel into a special.
It's also
can
worth considering while he may
Overhead
not
into
have
the
best lows,
enhanced lift.
candy
That's gonna be
assistance
crazy.
means
Absolutely.
there are characters like Kung Lao and Frost that have good lows.
Absolutely. But this is a great one to start out there. Has a good amount of
distance,
range.
yeah.
Good amount of range. Back 2-4 is a cool sort of just trapping bounce. And it can be special canceled as well. If you want to. That's the full move. It knocks you fully away. And then you can do like a lift off. And more stuff too.
I can't wait to get in the lab with Ermac, man.
This move is a ton of fun. This is just his back 3. It's kind of like a get the heck off me move. Just sends you full back. A
What's it?
specter comes out and knocks you backwards.
Yeah, I love the animations
Gives
for a
you
lot of these
distance
moves.
when you need it. with
Right.
Ermac.
It seems like he does do a lot of things to get distance as well.
He does, and he has a couple of things that can get him back in range as well. Let's talk about some special moves. As we've seen earlier, we got just the classic lift.
Yep, that big skeletal witch lady.
Now you can also meter burn that to trap them.
Ooh.
And do air combos.
Yeah, we saw that in
whatever you want
the
to do after
trailer.
that, which is super cool. A lot of fun. A lot of stuff he can do with that. He's got a push
Yep.
and has a good amount of range. That's
That's
kind
my
of
guy. That was my guy.
Thing just come in and
that's
smack
exactly
his head
right.
into the ground.
It's one of those good things when you're playing Ermac where you can always sort of like be checking people who are trying to move in on you.
Exactly.
And they have to be really safe because there's a good amount of distance there. When you use meter on that, it is also armor.
Which is a great armor move. You can use that to beat projectiles, long range normals.
That's cool.
You could like whiff punish with it.
Is that a wake up?
And that's full. I just did pretty much max distance right there, and that's
You got some good range.
a good range.
Got some good range.
Of course, the teleport.
Right.
This teleport is very interesting. So see, I'm starting on the ground. I teleport. I end on the ground.
Yeah, just on the ground there.
I can also
Oh,
go up. So I can go on the ground or the air.
that could be
go
dangerous.
Or I can do it
Especially if
from
you can
the
get
air.
like a hit off.
You go up.
Oh, you can
You
you
do
can
the
hit.
air, you go back down.
Wow.
So like any up down, you can mix and match. Them.
Mind blown right now.
One thing that's fun to do too is you can actually kind of go up here, whiff it, and you're right in their face.
Right.
And a lot of people might do something to you. A lot of people won't.
You going for an overhead hit?
So that's a lot of fun too.
It's also going to be a thing that's really going to add to their mental stack when you have multiple options coming up. They're going to have to look for the teleport and then also guess how
High or
you're going
low,
to
yeah.
teleport back in.
Right.
I would just go for a high block. I imagine the hit on the ground is a low.
Oh,
Well, I guess you can start into a low as soon as you land.
Hover.
okay.
That's like
hover
Sindel's.
does quite a few things. You're hovering. You can cancel it early, that sort of thing. If you meter burn it, it's quicker.
Nope.
And we'll explain that in a second. So remember that knee we talked about?
Yes, I do.
Tell me about that knee.
So you can cancel
Very cool.
into
That's
the
like
knee
Sindel's stuff.
with teleport, with levitate. So you can continue pressure. So I can do that. Maybe I come down and I throw. Lots of
Dude,
things you
oh
can
my
do with that.
god,
So
bro.
if
This
he's
might
in
be
the
my
air,
favorite
he can
character so
do
far.
His levitate, which opens up a lot of things. Like this string I showed earlier. You
He's
can
really
do
gonna come up with some crazy stuff.
things.
Very cool.
Missed it. Hold on, sorry. So I can levitate out of it.
Oh.
Okay, Lanny.
Right.
Okay.
Nice.
A little saucy.
You got it in less than 3 tries.
Right.
you're
Feel
just
really
a
good
normal
about it.
person.
I'm just a normal human being. And hover's super cool. So it's just you always. You know,
I love that kind of UMK3
Pose, yeah.
pose. It's
once you start putting this pressure on, like where does it go, right? And that's gonna be really fun for a lot of people to play with. I've really enjoyed it.
So sometimes when I'm like alone in my apartment, I do that pose, and that's not weird, right? Everyone
not
does that, right?
Absolutely normal.
Okay.
Let's talk about some new stuff to Mortal Kombat 1's Ermac. First off, there's this move called Death's Embrace,
Okay.
where he comes out, a spirit touches him, and he gets this sort of shield on him.
Right.
While that is active, and it lasts 5-6 seconds, there it went away, your health bar is now your meter.
Ooh.
So you are getting meter taken off instead of health. Right?
So a very clear scenario would be you're about
That's
to lose
interesting.
and have only 1 hit left,
But you got full meat.
but you got
That
3
is
bars.
interesting,
Let's say
dude.
you're way ahead and the time's running out. Turn it on. They're chipping away at your meter
Right.
while your health bar is safe.
That's
The cool thing
interesting.
about
That's
this
an
too is you can
interesting
turn it off whenever you
mechanic.
want to. So if someone's doing a combo to you, you can take half that combo, turn it off. Like there's a lot of different like mind games you can play with it. Some fun stuff that way.
Also, the little demon lady looks really cool.
She does. Another move that's new is Spirit Punch. So he has this punch where he charges it up and lets out just a torrent of these spirits. Now it has a bunch of levels. You can do it just real quick, just knock them away. Hold it down, gives you a crumple stance,
Ooh.
and then
I like that. That frontal stance is awesome.
you know.
Right.
Okay.
Now here's the other thing. This move can be canceled out. So you can turn it on, I can back out, turn it on, back forward. You can put it in a move. You can do it during a combo and do it. I'm sorry to say not great at that. But you can continue pressure like we were talking about earlier. Super cool move. Another move he has that's new is this Shrieking Souls move, where he slides on the ground and knocks you up. This also can be canceled. So once you hit, you can double dash forward and continue a combo. So I can be like
Okay.
Oh.
like that.
And it's not enhanced
Got
too.
it.
That's a regular hit. Look like.
So that it just always like constant pressure with Ermac. You're continuing moving forward, pressuring them, teleporting around. Just like you talked about earlier, I love the term when you use mental stack.
Yes.
There's so much, just like a lot of our characters, there's so much stuff you have to think about while you're fighting him that could happen at any time.
It also seems like a reoccurring thing here is combo options, possibility, routes. Very cool.
One of my favorite moves he has is this. He's got this
Oh.
is his only quote unquote.
It's like a Sub-Zero
projectile. As
kind
you
of
can
thing.
see, it runs across the ground. You can only do it in the air. If you use meter, it costs 2 bars of meter. You can also do this.
Withstands them,
and it'll
though.
Send out these hands.
Yeah.
That's so
which
cool.
will start a
looking.
combo.
Can
Now,
you do
this,
that mid-combo
again,
and
will
catch
go
him?
back to the knee. The thing that's sort of been the thesis of the story is you can do it from knee, which means if you want to use the bars, you know, into the round, you can literally come in, do that.
Very cool.
That's Ermac in a nutshell. Lots of cool stuff.
Dude,
you
I
can
can't
do.
wait to get my
Players
hands
who
on
played him
Ermac.
before will get a lot of the same feeling, but there's a depth to him with these cancels, with these air shenanigans, we'll call them, that you can do.
It hardly seems like a fair fight that he all these ghost helpers.
Yeah.
Right? That doesn't seem fair.
Right. Like it's Mortal Kombat, and ghosts are inherently, they've left this mortal coil.
They sure have. And yeah, he's got plenty of health,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
I guess they're all part of him, so it's fair.
He is many.
It is him.
Yeah.
It is him still the same. we should definitely show his Fatal Blow.
Fatal
Because
Blow.
it is a projectile.
What?
Yeah, so let's do this.
His Fatal Blow is a projectile. That's wild.
And that is Ermac.
You did pretty good there.
Thanks.
you did good.
There's
I'm proud of you.
a couple things I messed up on it. You get nervous when
You
you
did
do
it,
it.
alright, bro.
I-
Chilling,
thank
you chilling.
Yeah, and on me. That's,
Right.
that's the big one.
Yeah.
I really enjoy playing Ermac. Definitely. I mean, I've always loved the character. And
He was your main.
Yep.
He was my main. It's good to see your original main back in the game. So that's super fun for me. Also, though, I super love Movado. Like, I've really been enjoying
Dude,
what I can
Movado
do
looks
with
so
Ermac
good.
And Movado. Not that every character works with everybody if you
Right.
figure it out.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed this team up.
It's a little duo of yours.
A little duo of mine. So
Little
that's
duo.
what I will be playing through definitely in the next season.
I'm excited to see him back. I really like that era of MK. He's always been a really cool design. I think his
That era wasn't
like
bad.
bungee ropes thing or just.
It wasn't
so
my favorite
unique,
era,
so
but it was a good era.
This is a cool one.
I mean, it was the '90s. Leather jacket, you can't go wrong with. Long leather
Right.
jacket, like that was just cool. I mean,
It's done.
yeah.
It's done.
Who didn't have one? You know what I mean?
So let's take a look at Movado. So Movado has a bunch of he does a couple things. He has some setup tools. He has some combo extension tools. He has a way you can use flawless block to push them back, which I will not be showing. It's in the trailer.
Okay.
I cannot do that. It's a lot of really cool stuff. So let's take a look. One thing he has that's really neat. He'll just throw out this mine, which will pull you
Just hold them
forward,
in and then
and at the end you're kind of crumpled and knocked down.
that's
Now it's
crazy.
pickleball.
I didn't know
That's a red
it pulls them
dragon
in
stuff
too.
Right.
It
Yeah.
is. So like boom.
Created by the same scientist that built Suhao's.
It sure feels like it, right?
God, Dimensional
Got that.
Suhao.
He can also. This is one of my favorites. This is generally used for a nice combo ender to add some damage. You can do the just fling each other into each other.
No
That
Mads
shit will
touch.
never not be
Explain
funny.
that. to
That is
people who
that
don't
is
know.
a Cabal move from MK Deception. I'm so excited to have Movado in. He stole his hook swords in Deception. He stole Nomad's touch. What a criminal! I love
He's a
it.
criminal. I mean,
So
well-known criminal.
boom. He takes a little damage. The other person takes a little bit more. He also has. This is really cool. When you knock them down, you can slide out with him at low. And people are like, what does that do? Now it adds a little damage for one. What I enjoy it for is it stops wake-ups.
Oh.
So they just have to hold that.
Yep.
And that's what I've been sort of theory crafting its use as. Super cool though. The two other moves he has, like remember these knees, we talked about these earlier. If they're in the air,
Okay.
he can fly back towards them and knock them back towards you, which is super cool. So you can just combo.
That's
anywhere.
awesome, bro.
You can
I
also
can
do it
imagine
from
all the strings they're
stop.
gonna be you're gonna be able to do with
For
that.
input, which I like showing it like this.
And that is neat because normally you cannot combo after an uppercut.
Some characters can.
Oh,
Right.
ooh, Scorpion, you
Sonia's, I
can.
believe can.
Sonya.
Scorpions, I believe can. This is a new one that you can do it on, and it's pretty. I slid
He just slid
underneath.
under. He's like, I'm out.
It's pretty easy to do, I think, too. So that's neat. It's depending on what move you're doing to them is what you'll decide to do with either coming forward or dropping down.
I can already see I'm already imagining the mix with Movado and Astra.
With really well. I mean, that could be recency bias because I'm playing the characters together, but I've really enjoyed it.
Well, I think one thing that'd be cool is he could help extend your combos if you're a character that's not combo focused.
Right.
Or if you are like Ermac and you have a lot of options, you can even go all double down, which I think is one of the coolest things about the cameo system, the ability to kind of, triple, quadruple down, or fill in gaps that you might have.
So like this is this basic combo I've been working on at my desk. We'll see if I can pull it off.
I got faith in you.
Close.
It
So
was good. It was good. It was good.
So
I
close.
feel like I should try it one more time.
Absolutely.
Well,
That was it. That was it. That was it.
One more.
One more. Go.
okay, one more. All right. People are like, please stop.
I was trying to cover.
I know. Let's go. Boom. Okay. All right. There we
And there's
are.
my guy.
There he is.
Third time's a charm. What do you
It's a
call
lot
that
of work for only
combo?
300 damage, though.
We are mini.
Nice.
We are
Okay.
mini is what that's called. So that, in a nutshell, is Bravado.
Yeah. I think he's gonna. I think the combat pack cameos, I think, have been really, really cool. How they added the meta. It's great to see. Cameos are almost as important as your roster character, and it's really neat to see the meta shift and evolve as people figure them out.
And a wide variety across them all of what they can do. And
Yes.
The way he like Ermac's
That
looking
is
is like
Ermac, Bravado, some changes coming to the game. We're very excited.
you did really good.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're tired? Your thumb's tired at all?
It's always nerve-wracking doing it because we have so many amazing players who are watching who want the skinny.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Like, I'm not as good as them. But I do want to explain stuff so they're like, oh, I get it. That's cool.
Right.
And I feel like I was able to do that.
You did good. You did good.
I
I think
good,
this
bro.
was your best.